Change to make globalization more sustainable and inclusive.
It's through bottom-up organic growth. It wasn't the institutions coming in. It was not top-down. So what we are likely to see with the Bitcoin ETF is continued retail flows because ETFs make that far more accessible. I think the sticking point with a lot of retail investors when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptos in general is how to access it. You know, retail investors are not familiar with the crypto exchanges, how to onboard onto these new financial institutions. You know, it's not broadly available in brokerage accounts, and that's about to change. So it's going to become much easier for retail, but the big shift that we're likely to see with this ETF is the passive institutional flows that can now start moving into this asset class. And they may move into Bitcoin as a standalone investment, or it's part of the overall asset allocation for any institutional portfolio. So that's really going to move the needle, and that's why everyone's getting so excited at this moment, because it's this upcoming era of institutionalized crypto.
We're also seeing activity picking up around stable coins being issued by traditional financial firms, right? What role are stable coins playing in bridging the gap between crypto and traditional firms?
So stablecoins are definitely one of the sort of winning use cases of crypto, and they're typically tethered or backed one-to-one with a fiat currency, the most common of which is the US dollar. And what we're seeing with stablecoins, that there can be a whole array of different stablecoin issuers. It's not limited to banks, but actually we see crypto exchanges issuing stablecoins, and we're even seeing corporates like PayPal issue stablecoins. So this technology is actually making it very easy to create, for the private sector to create money. So now the task for regulators around the world is, how are they going to manage this? How are they going to regulate this? Who are they going to give a license to for them to be a stablecoin issuer? And that's definitely a hot topic in Hong Kong, but across Asia, you know, there's this belief that stablecoins are actually a very useful tool. And indeed, they do bridge crypto markets with the traditional markets. And so let's see, for example, what Hong Kong's going to come out with, because at the moment they've got a consultation paper out to ask the industry what they think, how stablecoins should be regulated, and also how to position stablecoins vis-a-vis the central bank digital currencies, which are also coming down the pipe.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that outcome. Lucy Ghasmarian, good to have you with us, founder and managing partner at Token Bay Capital. We have more to come on Daybreak Asia. This is Bloomberg.
From the beating heart of global finance, economics and politics, and wherever newsmakers are moving markets, Bloomberg brings you conversations that allow for deep discussions and important insights. How has that shaped your strategy for the bank? Is this a new normal? Is this like a catalyst? Do you think we're in a new phase for dividend policy overall? That's a great question. I'm Francine Lacqua, and this is The Pulse, every weekday at 9 a.m. only on Bloomberg.
Good morning, good morning. This is Bloomberg Surveillance on TV and radio.
Welcome to Bloomberg Markets, China Open.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Pulse.
This is Bloomberg Technology.
And welcome to Balance of Power. This is Bloomberg.
watching Daybreak Asia. Top corporate stories that we're following this hour. The maker of Wilson tennis rackets, Amer Sports, has filed to go public in the US. It's targeting an IPO of more than $1 billion, and sources say the listing could lead to a valuation of $10 billion. The company is backed by China's Anta Sports, and Greater China drove nearly 1/5 of its revenue growth in the first 9 months of the year. Tencent bought back a record $1.3 billion of shares in December, accelerating the pace after new gaming regulations rocked Chinese markets. It boosted daily purchases after the shock December 22nd announcement triggered a broad tech sell-off. Tencent has spent over $380 million on buybacks in this week alone. We'll take a look at how we're tracking as we end what has been a decidedly risk-off week. We're seeing a little bit of a clawback there and a mixed picture for markets that are online at this point in time. We're, of course, just a few minutes away from the start of trading in Seoul and Tokyo. Sydney stocks just modestly higher, about 0.1% there. We're expecting really that muted picture to continue as Japanese and Korean markets come online in the next few minutes. This is Bloomberg.
I used to have a data point I used to share that 75% of the people had never heard a phone ringing. Just think about it. I didn't say had never used a phone. They'd never heard it ringing.